Hey there, welcome to RoofLink. So today what we're going to be doing is just a quick overview of the RoofLink online system. So keep in mind, this is roof.link, what you would use on a PC. Keep in mind, there is another short video about the RoofLink application. Fully understand the RoofLink application works hand in hand with the online version. So if you're putting leads into the app, you're going to see them here online as well. So anything that takes place on the app, you'll see here. Anything that takes place here, you'll also see on the application. So you can use both systems simultaneously if you need to. So go check that video out. It is a good way to start before you see this video. Roof.link, the online version here is what I like to call it. It's more of your administrative side of the house when you're kind of just deep diving there. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to keep it quick. We're going to talk about system settings and some of our options that we have in our dashboards here. Then we're going to move over and we're going to do an actual job from start to finish so you guys can see the full system here. So this is your dashboard. And your dashboard consists of different groups along with different widgets. Keep in mind that nobody in your organization has to have the same dashboard, right? A sales rep may not need accounting and job closeout information, right? So you can absolutely customize these per role in your organization. So you can add additional groups. You can come over and reorder these. Very easy to do. Same thing down here. You can add widgets. We have 150 hard-coded widgets to choose from. But also keep in mind, we also have custom reports, and I'll touch on those here shortly. And again, you can reorganize this. And nobody has to have the same dashboard, fully customizable dashboards. And when you're looking at this, maybe you're looking at sales and you want to say, hey, how many contracts do I have out waiting on signature, claims that I have filed? You can even jump over to production to see, hey, what's scheduled, what's not scheduled. And believe it or not, just by going through these jobs and completing tasks, things are going to move on their own. So if you have a roof that is not currently scheduled, when you schedule it, guess what? It's going to drop right out of here and it's going to move right on over. It's a roof scheduled but not completed. Again, though, take a look at this dashboard, take it with a grain of salt. If this is not the way you like to do things, we can absolutely help you and show you and teach you how to customize this dashboard to fit your company's needs. Everybody operates just a little bit different. Then we have our prospects area up here. And if you remember those widgets that we're keeping track of, like what's scheduled and what's not scheduled, for example, we'll jump over to jobs. You're going to have tabs to easily go right through those different items there. So let's jump over to prospects one more time. And this will help you keep track of, hey, who's unverified, who's verified versus unverified leads, or who are waiting on the sign, or how many claims do I have filed. So these kind of go hand in hand with your widgets as well. Okay. Now, another cool feature here is we have several filters here. If you want to filter by rep or maybe even a zip code or by a status or certain dates, very easy to keep track of that, stay organized so you don't get too much clutter. A couple cool features we have here is, one that I like to show off is RoofLink is going to send you weather notifications about weather happening in your area, and you get to choose your radius. You can come out here and send text messages in bulk, okay? You can even email in bulk and have email templates created. Maybe you have holiday emails prepared, or your weather, you had some bad weather in your area to all these customers and you want to communicate that to them to offer up an inspection. Pretty cool way to mass communicate. All right. And then again, we'll jump over to jobs, kind of like I was talking about earlier. We do have reporting to track all of that on your dashboard, but when you're in the job area, you can always check you're not scheduled, completed, paid in full, and even your closed jobs. And so we'll get right into that. All right, now let's talk about our calendar here for a moment. You jump in here. This will keep track of all of your employees, teams, crews, suppliers, material orders, and work orders that you have scheduled. This is a true two-way integration. So whether you're using Outlook or Google or any other service, let's use Google, for example. Anything under Google Calendar will appear here, and anything that you click here will appear under Google Calendar. So it's a two-way integration, okay? That way, when you're inside of the job, whether you're in the app or you're here online and you're scheduling an adjuster meeting or anything of that nature, you're going to see that everywhere. It's very easy to know where you got to be at all times and know what's going on schedule-wise. So RoofLink will absolutely take care of all of your scheduling needs. All right. And we're going to go over here and talk a little bit about our tools menu. We have a company share drive that you guys can use at your company to share documents, shingle pamphlets and color selection, or, insurance cards, things like that. We absolutely keep track of all of your crews here. So you can put all your crews in along with their crew information. So RoofLink allows you to send work orders out to your crews. You select the trades that they have. And believe it or not, you can actually come over here and add all of the crew labor pricing. So if you have crews that have different labor pricing, too easy. And the nice thing is, when you have multiple crews, as soon as you assign a crew to a work order, it's going to auto update that work order to their pricing if you have it put in. Crews also do have the ability to log in to upload pictures and view their schedules if you would like them to do so. All right, customizable checklist. So let's jump over and actually look at a job real quick. Keep in mind, I am going to run you guys from a start to finish through a job very quickly, just to show you the capabilities, but I also like to show the administrative side of it. I like to show the customizability of RoofLink. So when I say like checklist, for example, these checklists are fully customizable. This one's very long. Maybe you want to make it short. Maybe you want to make it longer and break it up into sections. That's totally fine. Whether that be a sending of an email step or a schedule step or uploading of a document, you guys can actually name and control this checklist and reorganize it to fit your company's needs. So when I talk about, customizable checklist, it's super easy. You don't have to really rely on us. Once you receive some training on how to move these things around, you can just come in and move these things around and reorder it on your own. You can add additional line items. And the cool thing here is you could actually make these lists only available to certain roles in your organization. Maybe some of these lists are only, maybe a sales rep only needs to see a certain amount of checklist items and not others. You can really, really break this thing down. It's really awesome. We have roof templates and note templates, inspection templates, event templates, document templates. This is where all of your electronic signable documents go. RoofLink does provide all documentation that you would need to run a roofing company right out of the gate. However, if you have your own documents that you prefer to use, not a problem. When you go through onboarding, we're going to take those documents from you and we're going to make them electronic signable documents for you. And then we have emails and SMS, all right? These are the email templates I spoke about earlier. For example, maybe you have a 21-day follow-up email. And with this, you can actually use data sources here to autofill customer information. So they're not super generic. They're actually more tailored directly to your customer. And it's always going to pull in whatever rep is on that job. Not only that, but one thing that sets us apart from other CRMs, as far as your automations go, these emails can be for anything from follow-up to material orders, you name it, we got it. We got the context for it. But let's say 21-day follow-up. One quick thing I like to show about this is, yes, I could say, hey, I want this to go out 21 days from the date of creation. However, if someone signs a contract with you on, say, day 15, you really don't want them to continue to get follow-up emails. So this is what sets us apart right here. We have cancellation triggers. So do not send if they signed a contract with us. So you get to choose the start and the stop of email and SMS automations right there. Employees, yes, we do keep track of commissions. We have several different ways to track commissions, whether you're doing 10, 50, 50, flat fee, gross sale, adjusted gross profit, however you want to pay them, totally fine. You can even set milestones that they have to reach on that checklist in order to get paid. Yeah, so maybe you're offering half the commission when the contract is signed and the other half when the job is closed. Completely up to you. Got plenty of options there. We do integrate with QuickBooks. So if you're an accountant listening to this, check this out. We can keep everybody happy. Anything you perform in RoofLink will also show up in QuickBooks, or anything that you do with QuickBooks will show up in RoofLink. Maybe your accountant is not a fan of working in RoofLink and just loves doing everything in QuickBooks. That's totally fine. These two systems talk to each other in real time. So it's really a preference on where you like to do your accounting as far as your CRM goes. Whether you can do it here or there, you have that option. Lead sources, I'll discuss that in a little bit. But when you're putting leads in, whether it be Angie's List or door knocking, maybe those things cost you money. So you can actually keep track of those lead sources and how much money that's costing you per job. And it comes right out of the overhead of the job. So I think you guys will really enjoy that. Management companies, if you work with a lot of property management companies, you can build profiles for those companies in your RoofLink system and assign them to addresses when you're doing the work. Regions, this is pretty cool. So you're never going to outgrow RoofLink. RoofLink is a CRM that you're just not going to outgrow, okay? If you are a small company right now and you plan on expanding, no problem. We can duplicate your business anywhere in the United States with an address, or if you're already a larger company that has multiple locations, too easy, we got you, okay? And that can actually separate all of your documents, your employees, your commissions, your suppliers, your products, the different roof products that you sell in different areas. All that can be regionalized. So you can truly open up shop anywhere and keep it all separate. Even your accounting, we do QuickBooks by region. So if you want to do QuickBooks in your Dallas region and another QuickBooks in your Dallas Fort Worth area, you could separate QuickBooks or keep it as a company whole. Totally up to you. I like to plant seeds when I'm working with clients. Just to let you know, there's so many features out there that we have. You can truly customize this to fit your needs. All right. We do have full product libraries. So any products that you guys have, we can have them input into the system. That actually, we'll do that for you when you're going through your onboarding. So keep that in mind. And also we have all of your suppliers. So we have all of your suppliers and all of your product pricing in here. And one thing you're going to see when I run through the job from start to finish, which we'll be here in just a couple minutes, is you can absolutely send out your work orders to your crews. You can communicate with your supplier to have materials delivered at certain date and times. All right. Then we're going to jump over here into our profile and settings. This does, again, fully integrate with your email and calendar. Come on down here. We have company cam as an option if you want to use that. If not, RoofLink is absolutely phenomenal at taking pictures, and you can even edit those photos and build beautiful PDF inspection reports. You have complete and total control of what your inspection reports look like too. You're not stuck with what we got. Jump on over here. We do have roof drawing capability, which you will see today, or you can manually enter numbers. But if you like, you can always integrate with GF Quick Measure, Cover, or Eagle View. You can order those roof reports directly into a customer profile. As long as you have one of these existing accounts, no problem. We connect it here. All right. And then we have things like job settings. There is just so many settings. You can set your overhead. You can even jump down here to say like estimate settings. You like to set certain payments or have different overhead choices. Not a problem at all. Work order. You can select down here whether you want to put waste on your material orders and work orders. Just work orders there. But keep in mind, there's just so many settings here to choose from. And one thing I kind of missed before we go through a full job run through, a couple things that I missed, is going to be down here. Custom reports. That's these little guys right here. Okay, these widgets. You can't find the report that you need, no problem at all. As you can see here, I've got 68 different custom reports. I can come in and build these out however I need to build them. And gutter scheduled but not completed, for example, it doesn't matter. We can track any data point in your system. So what we can do is unlock these reports. We can turn around and make columns, and then we can filter the reports to give you the exact information you need. And you can build multiple reports, 1 or 2. You could build 100. It's completely up to you. We have good automations with these reports too. Maybe you're running a sales meeting weekly. And you could say, hey, I need my sales managers to receive this every Wednesday by noon, because we always have a noon meeting for sales. This will automate this report to be sent to those individuals every Wednesday at noon, if that's what you want. So it's pretty cool there. Also, you have your upcoming events. That's also connected to your calendar. You've got today's, tomorrow's event widgets. Keep in mind, RoofLink's going to let you know where you got to be at all times. We got notes here that you can archive and reply to if you need to. You'll see notes also in a customer profile here momentarily. We have our notification settings. And yes, you can create to-do items. You can assign these to-do items, whether go pick up a check or return materials. Hey, did you get that gutter job done? Yes, I did. That way you know it's done. So we even have to-do items available. All right. Now, we also have a chat feature here. You can chat with the team live here. This is not outsourced. This comes directly to our office, and every RoofLink employee has this on their desk. So as soon as you put a chat, whoever grabs you first, they're going to help you out so you can get that live support. All right, so let's jump on over into our map. We're going to put a lead in through the map. A couple different ways to put lead in through the map. One is you can simply just type in an address like so, and it's going to take you right to the property. Of course, I found a, looks like a Cedar Park. I found the center there. But even when you're just clicking on houses or typing in home addresses, it's going to keep track of all that county appraisal district information. And that's where you can come in right here and put a Maybe they're not home. Perfect. Okay. Customizable lead statuses. You're not stuck with what you see here. And that's pretty cool because when you're out canvassing and you're going door to door to door, you can drop lead statuses on these homes as you're working your way through. Okay. Now I'm going to put another lead in, but I want to show you guys how I find leads personally. So here in Central Texas, we got lots of hail. And I'm going to show you that weather data here in just a moment. Now, all of these dots are existing leads that you already have in the system. This is kind of cool because let's just say you have a team of sales reps out and they're door knocking and they're canvassing. This is going to prevent you from double knocking. Sales reps can see each other's dots on the map and they can click on it and they can see, okay, this job belongs to so-and-so, but they cannot go any further than that. They're not going to be able to jump into a customer profile and look at numbers or commissions or anything like that. They won't have that permission to do that. The only people that can see everything are going to be administrators or reps or employees at your organization that you allow. So you have a lot of permission settings that you can give individual employees. So let's go ahead and turn on, our weather clouds here. And let's go back to, let's say 3 to 5 years. You can go back pretty far on this. And this is going to keep track of all of your wind, hail, and tornado. When you're zooming in on these little spots, you can click on one of these. It tells you the exact date and time when it happened. It's on National Weather Service Information, or NOAA. And you can show weather at that time. And you can even actually toggle this radar over a little bit if you want to move it over. No problem there. And yes, you can save a report to a customer profile. It's going to show the image with these dots. It'll show you the largest hail recorded in that area, tornado sightings, and the highest wind speeds recorded in that area. Our wind speeds kick off at 58 miles an hour. All right, so now that we've looked at weather and I found an area, there's another feature that you guys can use here. You can actually turn around and assign areas. As you can see, if I've assigned lots of areas to people, so you can assign areas to reps and say, hey, I had assigned you an area on the map. I'm going to need you to head on over there and do some canvassing. So we'll jump on down here into Sarah's neck of the woods, and we're going to find us a house that we want to sell a roof to. Okay. All right. So when I find a house I don't spend too much time on, of course, I found the cut up neighborhood, if you will. So let's jump out of there. Okay. We'll use one of these guys here. All right. So I'll grab us a house. We're going to drop a lead status. Again, these are fully, sorry, I missed it there. These are fully customizable lead statuses. As you can see, you can come on over here and edit these, create your very own if you like. But this one, we are going to say they are a prospect. At this point is usually when a sales rep would take contact information from the homeowner. Today, I'm just going to throw in an email. And if you remember me talking about lead source, hey, what happened here? Were we door knocking? Perfect. Okay. And I can even say, well, this is definitely going to be an insurance bid, and we can submit like so. All right. And now we're going to go view our job. We're going to start running through this. All right. So inside of every customer profile, you have a notes tab. You had invoicing and commissions. So your employee can see their commissions. Again, that's totally separate. Employees can only see their own commissions. Even if there's multiple commissions on a job where maybe a regional sales manager, a team leader is getting a piece of the pie there, totally fine. They're not going to see that. And that's right. You did hear me correct. If you have regional sales managers, they can draw commissions off the region. Or if you have team leaders, they can draw commissions off of their team, of the people that are on their team. And then we have documents where you can upload documents if you need to, and even jump in here and create contracts, photo and inspections. And then we have email and SMS. All right. And again, when it comes to roof measurements, I could order a quick measure here. I can enter numbers, or I can draw a roof, which we will do here shortly. And if you guys check out that app overview video that I was showing you, most people are using the application to do their inspections. And right here, I can verify my information. If I'd like, I can send out verification links to my homeowner. If that's not your cup of tea, that's totally fine. You can manually verify or not even use this step at all. Again, super customizable software. You get to customize this checklist as needed. All right, so we'll come down here. I'm agreeing that, hey, I've got good contact info. So let's keep working our way through the system here. All right. this point, we could send off a welcome email, or we can automate the welcome email to go out as soon as you created it. And yes, you can even jump over here and put referral fees in. We do track those. You can schedule inspections. I really like the inspection feature here because, I live and die by the schedule. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing in an hour from now. So I can say, oh, is Danielle available? I don't know. Let's check her schedule. Looks like, yep, she can definitely do an inspection today. There we go. And we can notify our homeowner and submit, keeping everybody in the loop. When you do this, it's going to send out emails to the rep and the homeowner, letting them know that you're going to be there at this date and time to perform an inspection. Check out our app overview video on our beautiful inspection reports. I think you'll absolutely love them. So we're going to just pretend that we have, hey, we've done an inspection. We found hail damage. Let's go ahead and file a claim. You could select an insurance company, or better yet, we'll pick Allstate because they're the best ever. And we'll hit file, there's that, and we'll put our claim number in our deductible. And you can fill out any boxes that you need to fill out. Type of loss. Just tell the story. It's just asking you what happened. Oh, lost date. Or you can do date damage discovered. We can say we found it yesterday. And if you got to put mortgage information in there, totally fine. And we'll submit like so. All right, so our inspection's done. The claim's been filed. Some companies use pre-contracts or contingency agreements. You can upload a hard copy if you're walking around with them, or you can use one that is in your system. RoofLink has all the electronic documents that you need. So I can jump on down here and say, I need my pre-contract contingency agreement. You can even attach the inspection to it and any company documents. Maybe that homeowner wants to see the proof that your company's insured. If that's a company doc you have, throw it in there, and that'll all go out in the same package. And RoofLink gives you little notes to tell you what's going on. So let's check our job documents real quick. Jump on over here, and everything looks good. Got all our insurance information. And all we got to do is enable signatures like so. RoofLink has 3 different ways to sign. And keep in mind, everything that I've shown you guys so far as putting this job together can be done in the application. Matter of fact, most people use the application for that, but it is available in both systems. All you have to do, you can sign in person if you select that homeowner's name. You can pass your device over to them, and they can sign with you in person, same as the rep. The other option is to print it out, sign it with a 1-ink pen if you'd like. But when I enabled those signatures, it actually emailed a link to our homeowner, allowing them to electronically sign. RoofLink actually keeps track of the city, state, zip code, latitude, longitude, and the IP address of where that document was signed, okay? So we'll keep working our way through this. Next, what's next on the old chopping block here? Upload the insurance paperwork. Schedule the adjuster meeting if you need to. Enter measurements. Order a roof report from EagleView if you need to, or GAF or Hover, whichever works for you. Or save some money and you don't have to wait. You can come right on over here and do your very own roof drawing. And we have all the tools that you would ever need to get this done. So I'll go ahead and draw up this roof for you real quick. And you'll notice that I'm also marking the difference between eaves and rakes. There we go. And hit finish there. Is that a 612 pitch? Me personally, I've never been to this house. But RoofLink does have a cool capability here. When you draw a roof, you can always come up here and take a look at the old street view there. And I could say, yep, that's my house right there. Or maybe it's the one right behind us here. Look at that, okay? This is kind of like Google Street View. You can run over here and take a look at that house. I could tell you, yeah, that's probably roughly a 712 right there. And if I need to, I can always change that pitch level if needed. All right. And the name of the game is, if you see it, draw it. So you see it, draw it. That's all there is to it. So I'm gonna draw my ridges. And this can be done again on the application. Draw my hips in here. And yes, your roof templates and all of your products are directly connected to these tools. And you're going to see some really cool automations here shortly, where it's going to completely build out our material list and our work order based off of our drawing. And I won't get too in depth with it, but I think you guys get the point here that you can draw anything you need to. You can actually put gutters on a home if you need to. Nice thing, when you put gutters or other trades on these drawings, RoofLink separates all work orders by trade. So if I need some pipe boots, there we go. All right. And then you can do multiple pitches. If you have a multi-pitch house, you can use this pitch tool as many times as you need on a property. Even if you're running into something like you have rake overs or dormers, you can draw individual eaves and rake lines. Make sure you get enough starter and drip edge. Maybe you're operating a state that requires ice and water to be on all eaves and rakes, or maybe just eaves. That's the beautiful thing about our roof templates. You can truly customize those roof templates to build out those material orders and work orders that you need. Maybe I need ridge vent. I can come over here and select these guys and turn them into ridge vent. There we go. We've got all kinds of tools: step flashing, two-story tools, flat roofing, line tool, area tool. This gives you access to your entire product library. Maybe you know that you're going to have to redeck this entire house. Too easy. Come on down here, select your pitch, type in your decking that you need, and either draw an area, or maybe it applies to the entire building. It's going to auto trace that for you in case you have to do a full redeck. Now, this next step here, you don't have to perform, but you can just come on down here and save to docs like so and submit. And I like this feature here because it shows off a actual roof drawing. So when I go to my measurements here, take a quick look at that. It's going to give you that drawing with all of your amounts without waste, with waste, along with any and all accessories you added to that property. And here is where the automations truly kick in. I'm going to create from my drawing. So I'll say here, you know what we're going to do? GAF with a standard ridge from my ABC supplier. And as you can see, RoofLink's going to auto create your estimate, material order, and work order. You have full control over the settings of these, by the way. Maybe there's certain items that you're going to see here in a moment that pop up on a material order or a work order. You have full control over this, but again, it's going to automate everything you need to put this roof on down to the very last nail with your actual pricing. That way, when you are in the estimate builder, you know for a fact that you know for a fact what your profit margins are. But again, if you don't pay for starter, no problem. We can have that kind of stuff removed or things added to it. So have no fear there. And then straight on to our estimate builder. This is where you can jump on in here and you got your work doing. It's one line item. If you're the type of company that wants all the line items, totally fine. That's something that we do during onboarding. We ask you how you like to put your estimates together and we make it so. We can also automate these at $0 or square pricing or whatever you want to charge like a retail customer. Completely up to you. But you jump on in here, select that old shingle color, and it's pretty easy, guys. If insurance is paying $10,000 for this roof and they're holding back $2,500 for depreciation, it's going to give you your ACV. And yes, you do have control over the verbiage that appears on this line item. You can also add additional line items as needed. You can even say maybe the homeowner doesn't want to do gutters, but it's on the scope of loss. You can very easily convert that to work not doing. And and it'll go into your work not doing. You can enter your pre and post supplements, upgrades, discounts, and change orders into your overhead and profit if you got it. And you come down here and you see all of your numbers. And, for example, maybe you have a retail bid or this is an insurance job, but the homeowner is not going to give you the insurance paperwork. Give me a bid. Give me a bid crowd. Love those guys, right? No problem at all. Just say, hey, I've got to make 50% on this job. And based off of my actual material and labor cost that is in your system, it'll spit out a contract that we need to charge to make that exact profit. And yes, you customize your overheads, set your payment schedule, come on up here. We can even invoice for work that's done versus not done. Insurance invoicing, customer invoicing, it's all done for you. And then we have all kinds of documentation here. So we'll go insurance packet and submit. And here, within just a few seconds, guys, we have in our documents an e-signable contract ready to go. You get this standard. It comes with your RoofLink account. However, if you got your own documents, or maybe you like our documents and you don't like some of the verbiage, too easy. All right, we'll change that for you. We will always support your document needs, and you can now get that signed right there at the door. So no more walking away with that lingering thought in the back of your head that another roofer may come in behind you and get a contract signed. You're signing at the door. You're not losing deals anymore with RoofLink. And again, this isn't our prospect stage, but when I come down and I submit this job for approval, which is what your sales reps would do, you're then going to be notified that they want this approved. So you'll come in and you'll check all the work and either you'll approve or reject it. But when you do approve it, it's going to pop open an additional list, which I call our production list. And I know I've been kind of chit-chatting a little while here, so I'm going to get right to the conclusion of this here. You can come in and track your progress here. You need to order materials, no problem. Come on over here. Everything looks good. We're going to place our order. It's going to go right to your supplier. And hey, Mr. Supplier, I need it there at 8:30 a.m. on a Friday there. Everything auto attaches, no need to attach, and submit. And yes, that just went on your Google Calendar, your RoofLink calendar, your today's and tomorrow's events, and your upcoming events. Your supplier is now aware that they need to deliver that material. And then you can jump straight over here, get little check marks, and you can now select your crew. So we're going to schedule our crew, and I can select Jesse's crew here. I can even check their availability to make sure that they're available, and I need them there Friday. And I'm going to give them till Saturday to get it done. Notify your homeowner, keep them in the loop. You can also automate all of this communication with your homeowner. You don't have to go clicking boxes. And one of my favorites is add a photo of the front of the house. That way that they don't take off the neighbor's house. That information auto-fills, and you submit that. Just like that, your crew has it in their system. And you can even come on over here. You can take payments in the payment tab. Again, we do have ACH, payment links, credit card payment, or if you want to do a manual entry, whether you need cash, check, or money order, whatever that looks like for you. Too easy. You come on down here, we've got our overviews. And so right now that customer owes this much money. We can come in and just take a payment this way if we need to. We can say, hey, they pay this all up front. Okay. We can label it out of pocket, final check, whatever that looks like, and we can even give it a date of approved. Keep in mind, only administrators can approve payments. Reps can put payments in, but they cannot approve them unless you give them the permission to do so. But all in all, I kind of skipped a few steps here. Obviously, you're going to be sending out those supplements and that recoverable depreciation, etc. But you jump down here, and once you've completed all of your checklist items, as you can see, it keeps track of everything, and you close that job and move on to the next one. So I know that was kind of a long overview. So what I want everyone here watching this video to do is go check out our app overview video for RoofLink. It's only 8 minutes. This is more of the in-depth after the fact. Just keep in mind, again, the app and the online version, they talk to each other in real time. This also comes with customizable notifications as well. So everything that I did, if you want to set a notification for each individual step of the job, you can. Maybe you don't want to. Again, customizable software. Everybody loves RoofLink.